All right. Okay, so uh, I have oh bloody hell, an ad coming in.
It's coercion. I don't think it's
That is so aggravating.
cities and towns.
It's a free website. So
Yeah, I get it.
okay, so yeah, we're pretty much going to be reacting to Hunter Avallone, like debating a libertarian, and yeah, this was alerted to me by by my buddies Toasted and Mikhail. Hi guys.
Hey, Theron, good to see you, man.
Hello, hi, hey Theron, good to see you too.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we're pretty much just going to like react to this. I know that like the other two did a bit of a like stream on like Mikhail's channel, and yeah, they got a little bit further ahead than us. But well, the reason we're saying out the like first like 11 minutes roughly is because I guess we can summarize what happened. So basically, Hunter and the Libertarian starts debating, and the first like point of contention is a voluntary taxation or voluntary funding. And one example that they were talking about is whether or not the police department could be funded through charitable donations rather than taxes.
Police, schools, doctors, yada yada yada. You know the gist.
Yeah, and well, the Libertarian obviously agrees, while Hunter says no, and he argues that like people will not like voluntarily donate to these institutions, and he argues that poorer areas will have even tougher like time to like fund these institutions. And then he goes through with like the example of property taxes, and actually, yeah, this is where we're gonna like start off from. So yeah, let's see.
If people are being coerced.
So
coercion is
discrepancies occur largely because public school districts in Connecticut and in much of America are run by local cities and towns and are funded by local property taxes. High poverty areas have lower home values and collect less taxes, and so can't raise as much money as a place like Darien or Greenwich, where homes are worth millions of dollars. So you're saying it's coercion. I don't think it's coercion to pay a degree of taxes to get something. You're getting a benefit here. You're getting a school.
Yeah, that's cute.
You're getting.
Yeah, okay, so Mikhail, you said that the Atlantic article didn't like support Hunter's argument. Like, so what do you mean by that?
Okay, his overall argument, right from the get-go, in fact, even right here, is that taxation is not only not coercion, which it is, but also that without taxation, i.e. money government stealing other people's money at gunpoint, which is what it is, without it, society would collapse. We would have nothing. It's a ridiculous argument, but this article does not support that at all. It's talking about property taxes, and it's talking about differences between in certain things because of differences in property taxes collected. Okay, in what way does this support the notion that taxation is not coercion? Please explain that to me.
So one thing, just because you get something in taxation does not mean it's not theft. Like if I mow your lawn, Mikhail, and I say to you, pay me. Do I have the right to make you pay me because I mow your lawn without your consent? Doesn't make. And also, like, let's not just like. So by his logic, is welfare considered theft because people are not getting anything back in welfare when they give it to poor people money? That should be theft then because you're not getting something in return. And this whole thing is like he's bringing the Atlantic as his proof. The Atlantic is an uber leftist website. It's like me bringing up Fox News or Breitbart as a proof. And also one more thing is that these poor schools actually are more funded than the wealthy schools. Just they're poorly handed, which proves how bad public stuff are run. Because you have to know this, and I told this Mikhail in this Mikhail stream, how a corporation tries to make stuff better is to try to think outside the box, make stuff better. That's how they try to do it. A government just tries to throw in money at stuff. That's how they try to make stuff better. Like Trump's wants to throw in money to make the wall better, is not trying just to make the wall. And I love Trump. Don't get me wrong. I'm part of the Trump cult, but like, it's not trying finding ways to make the wall better. Trying to just pour in more money, and that's the thing. That's the difference between corporations and government. You know what I mean? And when government tries to make stuff bad, they just cut profits and they take away stuff. Like that's why it's many healthcare countries they have long wait times. While in corporations, when they try to cut stuff, a lot of the time they try to do it in a way that doesn't affect the product. They try to do it in a smart way. I don't think Hunter gets that. If that makes sense. I'm sorry if I'm being young, but yeah.
Oh
Okay,
no, you're pretty much spot on in my opinion.
Okay, then yeah, let's continue on.
Anyway, does that answer your question, Theron?
Yeah, like so there's yeah, so but you've wait, have you like read this article before, or just like you know, you only saw it on like Hunter's like, you know, video?
I only saw it because of this video. I really don't subscribe to pretty much any mainstream media outlets at all, you know, and the Atlantic, you know, well, it's kind of a gray area, but yeah, they're not my bag. But that being said, yeah, I didn't even know about this article until I saw this. But what I was getting at is simply that what he reads from it, you know, what it says. We went through it verbatim. At least that much we could see from it, you know, which is, as far as I know, all about this article that was actually discussed here. None of it supports the notion that somehow taxation is not coercive. It doesn't.
Okay.
That's all I'm getting at here.
Okay.
You're getting protection from fire. You're paying into something in order to receive a benefit. Society would not be able to function without a degree of taxation. Now we can how much taxation is appropriate or inappropriate, but when you're talking about just abolishing taxation and relying on willing donations, this would not do anything except lead to even greater disparities between rich people and poor people as far as education, police protection, etc.
Okay, there's a lot going on here. One thing you brought up is inequality, which I don't think per se is a bad thing. Just the fact that someone has more money than another person.
That's not the problem. The problem would be that because they have more money, they are able to receive better funding for their schools, and they're able to receive better police.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong, Hunter. Wrong.
But you just
having more of a material commodity to barter with does not negate the bartering part. You have to willingly seek something and be willing to give something up in exchange for that something in order for the transaction to happen.
And also, like,
you say receive a lot, Hunter. You say the word receive as if having money means you automatically get the stuff that you want. No. First off, you have to be willing to part with what you have in order to get from someone else the thing that you want that they have. And they, in turn, have to be willing to part with the thing they have to get the thing that they want from you.
Right, exactly. And also, one more thing I'm just going to say here is Hunter's like saying, like, it's not taxation for getting something in return. But these people that are paying, they're paying more money for poor, these rich people are paying more money for the poor communities, and they're getting nothing in return for funding these poor schools. So I don't get what's Hunter trying to bring up here. I mean, Hunter is a dumb person. He makes Amazing Lucas look smart,
and also,
which that takes time.
Just throwing this out there real fast, just real quick. Also, one thing that he seems to either just not realize or is deliberately neglecting to mention is the fact that, once again, taxation is mommy government holding a gun to your head and demanding your money. That's what it is. Okay? There's nothing voluntary about this.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna like check. Yeah, I'm just gonna like check on my channel that I'm, you know, streaming, like just to be double check.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're streaming good.
Okay, but the fact that you can afford better things if you're wealthier, I don't think is a bad thing. I think that's yeah. I mean, rich people can afford more.
It's not a bad thing to afford nicer things. It's a problem when you are receiving better education and better police protection because you have money, as opposed to people who are not as wealthy, who are not receiving lesser.
Okay, that's okay. He basically says, statement one is, but he basically contradicts himself. Like, I understand, like, I'll try and steel man it for him, since he can't properly, like, actually, no, let me just first, like, let him finish his argument, then I'll probably steel man it.
Simply because they don't have enough money.
Right.
Because you have money, as opposed to people who are not as wealthy, who are now receiving lesser simply because they don't have enough money.
Okay, to steal man, Hunter should have said bad, like, quality of the service rather than a lesser quality of the service, because they don't have, like, enough money. But yeah, like, so. But I'll let the Libertarian respond first.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, with something like police protection, I don't think it is lesser in terms of the police. Now, in terms of private security, yeah, that would be lesser. But there's
how would the police wait? No, hold on. How would a local police station function if they were only relying on donations from the community?
Actually, in terms of, like, the police thing, like, before, like, the Libertarian, like, responds, there's a thing called public goods and private goods.
I think, like, police is a different thing than, like, healthcare and stuff. That's because police is there, like, if I'm robbing you here and I need somebody to stop you and put you in your place, you know what I mean? But healthcare is a different issue, if that makes sense. Do you get what I mean or no? I'm
yeah, but, like, in terms of, like, policing, like, they just like like the thing about, like, public goods and police being a public good is that, like, the non-rivalrous, but more importantly non-exclusive. Like, if the police, like, captures, like, a murderer or a robber, like, that stops massively stops future murders or future thefts. And the thing is, the police, like, if they stop that, like, criminal, they can't prevent, like, other people from enjoying that benefit, since those people, other future people would, like, not, like, be have their stuff stolen from or be, like, murdered. And yeah, that alone is, so this, I guess, like, the benefits of police funding, it won't, like, correlate that well with, like, levels of wealth, since, and if you're able to, like, protect the rich from crime, it's going to be hard to, like, oh, you're probably also going to protect the poor from crime, since crime affects a lot of people, and, like, stopping one perpetrator can stop a, the crime being perpetrated to multiple people at uh, future potential people at once.
No, I agree. I agree. And the one thing that's funny here, this whole thing is, like, he holds the rich people can't. So by his logic, can a celebrity not have the right to have better security, like when they have bodyguards or stuff like that? Like, they're having, yeah, exactly. And this is the thing. I used to think somewhat about the healthcare. Maybe Hunter has a point, but I'm talking about, like, when it was like 6 years ago. But I remember seeing a commercial that says, if you take this pill, you live a longer life. And I'm wondering, by that logic, should we pay for it? Should that be government? Should everybody get this thing for free because it has to do with your health? Of course not. So same thing with any other help, because
Nothing's free.
Well, am I being wrong here or no? Or
haven't, like, researched, like, pharmaceuticals as much, but
the word free, unless you're referring to the air you're currently breathing, and in some parts of the world that might not even be true, but the word free in regards to any material thing you could think of, and I do mean anything, is an oxymoron. It's self-contradictory. Nothing is free. Someone pays. Anything and everything requires time, labor, and resources in order to obtain.
right? I don't know.
Yeah, and that's that's one of the fundamental flaws with the whole, universal health care or free this or free that. No. That's not how it works. Nothing is free. And this is a mistake that I see all the time from leftoids. All the time. There's no such thing as free.
All right, let's continue on.
Let's go.
It just reminded me of another point. I don't think donations are the only mechanism of funding. It's one method, but there are other mechanisms like lotteries, which have actually been used historically in some places. That's another way of raising money that the state can do.
What do you mean lotteries?
The state can run a lottery and sell tickets, and then that's
so encourage gambling.
Yeah, states do that sometimes.
Yeah, don't we have the Ohio lottery? We have the Illinois lottery. We have the California lottery. I don't get what Hunter's saying. Many states have lotteries. I don't get. That's not encouraging gambling. I don't know what Hunter's trying to.
I think he's saying that with gambling, only a few people would benefit at the expense of multiple people giving in their money and not getting anything in return.
It's a choice, though. I don't know. But many states already have lotteries, though. So this is not a new thing. I don't get why Hunter is trying.
He may not agree with
I think maybe he's getting at the overall level of funding for these public works and such that he apparently wants to be paid because reasons. I think that might be what he's getting at. Other than that, it's okay, you're absolutely right, Toasted. Plenty of places already have lotteries and already draw in money from lotteries. So,
well, I'm pretty sure Hunter looks more at Europe as a model. I don't think us Europeans have these lottery systems, but I guess that's for a conversation for another time.
Just one thing.
Maybe.
Sorry. I'm sorry if I'm not sounding enthusiastic. No, it's I know this is random, man. But what do you guys think about the Kanye situation? I know this is so random, but something I'm just
Wait, is it
the Kanye situation?
The White Lives Matter t-shirt.
No. Now he's doing some tweet things, and he's now. I don't know what's up.
I hadn't even noticed. I don't know.
I haven't been on the pulse of that lately. I've been, I'm busy trying to research some riot studies and stop buyback bans and.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's continue on.
Hey, let's get everybody into gambling, and then maybe we can do a yard sale, and then you'll get some good police protection. Really? This is pretty ridiculous.
This is another. I don't see why it's ridiculous. I think historically lotteries have actually been used.
It's ridiculous because what you're advocating for, the logical follow through, is that wealthy people get a way better education and get better police protection.
But they still are.
Which
I don't get what you're trying to make up. The study does show that wealthy people do get better education because of their property tax being, they're getting more in property tax. I don't know what Hunter Avallone is trying to make out here.
Wealthy people are going to continue getting good education, continue being wealthy, and it's going to be a vicious cycle. And there's going to be a divide where then you have poor people who are not able.
Welcome to the abyss. Due to your
able to give as much money to their police and to their schools. So you're going to have a generation of poor people leading to the next generation of poor people. It's going to be a vicious cycle. But America benefits when everybody is educated, when everybody has adequate police protection. That's when America truly benefits.
Continuous use of the word adequate. I love his continuous use of the word adequate. What does that mean, Hunter? Because what adequate looks like to you in regards to literally anything might be totally different than what adequate looks like to me or anyone else. Adequate is not a good word. Do you guys get what I'm saying here?
I don't know. It's, he's basically asking for a good standard, and I guess that's subjective. But like, we're all being very subjective when
Exactly,
we
it's
say we
subjective.
want. Okay, but like that applies to like everyone using that term, including like ANCAPs and libertarians. Like, anyway,
talking about right now would actually lead to a world in which it's just the wealthy who are highly educated, going to college, and have police protection.
I think that's not true. There would be police protection for everyone. What I've been saying is that there's additional protection you can get through private security if you're wealthy. And yeah, that's not going to be the same for everyone, but there will be a baseline police protection for everybody.
How would there be a baseline police protection for the community that can't afford to donate to the police?
I mean
also, I just want to say, like, chocolate bars, rich people don't get better chocolate bars necessarily, everybody. So maybe that could be the same thing with education. Their capitalist system did so well that it's like a chocolate bar or like cereal. You get what I mean? Or am I totally off my...
yeah. I mean, like,
Sorry.
no, I guess like the cost of like policing would be like more, and I guess like if it was a pure like policing market, it would theoretically be more. But due to due to donations, like even poor people can like access it. Like the police will help anyone, like regardless of the. I mean, like you could still have like I don't know. I guess maybe citywide like police organizations that are funded like voluntarily, and they could like go to those small communities if the community is too small or too poor to like fund it themselves. Oh, and also like gun rights, or like heavily on the populace is going to be pretty like risky for like who are criminals to like
Thank you. Yeah, the solution to this whole police issue or lack of police issue that he's trying to make out here, here's the solution, Hunter. Be armed.
Anyone can afford, as a community at least, to donate to a police force. It's so basic a need. It's
do you think that maybe like, hey, requiring people willingly, quote unquote, willingly donate in order to ensure that they have somebody to call if they're getting robbed or getting murdered?
Wrong. Stop.
They're
requiring people to willingly pay. Do we see the problem with that statement?
Yeah, I'm just gonna replay it one more time since I think it was pretty stupid, but let me.
It's so basic a need. It's
do you think that maybe like, hey, requiring people willingly, quote unquote, willingly donate in order to ensure that they have somebody to call if they're getting robbed or getting murdered?
If you personally like don't have enough money, there's someone else that can like fund the police force for you. Like, well, actually, yeah.
If something is required of me by someone else, then it is not done willingly on my part. It is not voluntary. It is not willing. I am being forced. That is coercion. That's the point.
Is a level of coercion?
If you're threatening to call someone
no, you're not requiring it. You're not saying I'm going to throw you in jail. What the logical follow through though, again, is unless I donate to the police, I will not have adequate protection if something is to happen to me. How is that not coercion? You're just
be armed.
People to donate under the threat that they could otherwise be murdered. And is unless I donate to the police, I will not have adequate protection if something is to happen to me. How is that not coercion? Now you're just coercing.
You can rely on other people to donate instead. Does he not know what charities like? Well, basically, like when we say donate to the police, it's basically this period. Even though I don't necessarily agree with like charitable donations, like in like Seal Manning, like the libertarian argument, like the police as an institution in this like hypothetical scenario would act as a charity. So yeah.
Forcing people to donate under the threat that they could otherwise be murdered and have nobody to call for help.
They can, if they are poor, they can still call the police for help since they're like being since what they're the police are being funded by someone else. I'm being a broken clock at this point. I'm repeating myself like a broken clock.
As I'm just going to say once again, and another option, Hunter, is for people to be armed. They may not have enough money to give, I don't know, say $1 million to a private security company, but I bet you if 40 to 45% of their paycheck suddenly isn't being stolen from them before they ever even see their paycheck, they might just find themselves with enough money to go buy a gun. Jesus Christ.
It's up to individuals to voluntarily decide whether
and if
to
they
donate.
don't make that decision to voluntarily donate, they risk having a shittier police protection, aka more theft, more murder.
It's shitty now.
Possibly. I mean, if you're not willing
How
to
is
lift
that
a
not
finger in your own
coercion?
defense, if you're not willing to lift a finger in your own defense by donating some money to the police force,
Hold on. Time out.
maybe
Stop.
is it on them?
Stop. Okay.
Yeah.
He asks the question, how is that not coercion? Here's your answer, Hunter, because they were able to choose for themselves. It was not forced upon them. There's your answer, Hunter.
In that case,
Here we go again.
it's like, is it their fault that they're not getting any protection? I mean, why should they get something for nothing?
No. Well, hold on.
Steven, do you mind pausing for a second?
Oh yeah, sure.
Did you mind? Do you mind if I can't do the stream anymore? It's something is just. I don't know.
Okay, dude?
What?
Are you all right now?
You okay?
I'm feeling kind of. I don't know. It sounds so. I'm feeling kind of down right now.
Okay,
I know it's
like feel free to leave.
Yeah, I mean the game is on soon, but it's also. I mean, maybe we could speak about more on the DMs.
Man.
Yeah, that's fine. Of course. Bye. I hope you feel better. Like get better, and yeah, we can meet in a another stream. But I just hope whatever is happening right now. Hopefully,
the game. Yeah. Anyways, the game is starting soon. Anyways, okay, bye. Thanks.
All right, have a good one, Toasted. Okay.
Okay.
Well, crap.
Yeah.
With that in mind, I also have a gaming session coming up here in just a little bit, so I need to prep for that anyways. So, Theron, is it okay if we just put a pin in this for now, and we'll just pick this up another time?
Do you want to do maybe? Is it possible to do a few more minutes, 5 more minutes, or?
Yeah. 5 more minutes. That'll be fine. But okay. I do, need to leave shortly.
Okay, then. Also, well, actually, first I'm gonna check. Are there any comments? Okay, no.
I haven't seen anything come up in the comments so far. I've been keeping an eye on it.
Okay, yeah, thanks. All right, so yeah, I guess we'll just do a few more minutes and sign the point to end this.
Already said that everybody should get a baseline level of police protection. So
I'm saying they will get that.
Which you have yet to demonstrate, because if they're not donating, I don't know where that baseline police protection would even come from.
Maybe an individual won't donate, but as a community, I think they will. And if they don't, I tend to think that's their problem.
Is the community not just a group of individuals all donating?
Sure, and there's going to be a level of wealth in any given community, and I think given community,
the police protection and the quality of your protection should not be hinged upon your wealth. Now you're trying to go around to,
why not?
No,
why not?
Because why do wealthy people deserve to be protected from murder and from theft and also have a faster police response than people who are poor?
Except
why is that the case?
Oh my God, so much wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, the police, as you refer to them, are shit. Average police response time. Look up the statistics, dude. It doesn't matter. And that's with your beloved mommy government holding guns to people's head, demanding their money.
What about those for like richer areas? Like you say average, but like he'd probably argue that takes into account poor and rich, and he'd argue that the police
and maybe for richer neighborhoods, maybe the police get there a little bit faster, but it still takes time. Guess what? Someone kicks down on my door in the middle of the night. I'm not reaching for the cell phone on my bedside table to dial 911. I'm reaching for the gun on my bedside table.
Yeah, I think the like response times are like highest because it takes time for the police to get there. Like
yes,
a long
and when
distance.
seconds matter, the police are minutes away.
Of
Any
course,
way
of
you
course.
slice it.
That's why that's one of the reasons why like America like prioritizes like or cares more about gun rights is because like it's a much more I would say sparse area, a less concentrated area compared to like the other countries, which is why
I
there's
guess it
even more
depends
of a
on which
benefit.
country you're comparing it to, but you could make that argument, sure.
Like, especially in rural areas where there's like a few. It's not very densely populated, so it's harder for like the police to like reach there compared to like more popular or more like more densely
Yes,
populated
and that's
areas.
easily understandable.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, when all things are said and done, somebody kicks in my door in the middle of the night, I'm not reaching for a phone. I'm reaching for my gun.
Yeah, and I
Because
guess
when
we can like
seconds matter, the police are minutes away, and it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you are. It still takes time for them to get there.
yeah, and
You are already there.
I guess that would be a perfect like ending like to this stream. Mikhail, thank you for coming, and I don't know whether we'll
Oh,
continue.
absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll continue the stream later, but
Well,
I guess
if we do, if I'm reading this right, we're at 17:55. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. If we pick this back up at another time, we'll just start there. And if not, so be it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for having me, Theron. It was a pleasure as always. You have a good one, brother.
Yeah, same here. All right. Yeah. Bye. Bye then.
Bye.
Bye. Okay then. I guess I'll end the stream soon, but I guess I'll give any closing thoughts. Maybe. What's this? Yeah, I think like StreamYard's like has updated some stuff. Maybe let's get background music. The problem is like I'm not sure if that music is like copyright safe. Although look from the looks of it, it's pretty generic. I'll check. I don't know. I'll check it out later. Like oh okay. Oh nice. I can add a background. Okay, let's see what you get by upgrade. Okay, and it's upgrade. Let's see. Branding in your stream. Stream limits. Okay, all right. So that's okay. So let's see. Let's see. Logo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure almost all of these like cost money, but like let's see. Let's hedge out. Let's hedge my bets. Yeah, I guess we'll try brand color. Let's. Okay. Yeah, I guess this would do. Okay, so yeah, since maybe one person's here, I guess I'll tell you a bit of my plan. I'm going to be like responding to this guy, President Sunday, on his centrism is right. His argument that centrism is right wing. It's not a very good argument. That's one that'll hopefully be like released next Saturday. I'll also be talking about the EU windfall tax the week after that. Let's see. Rogue, and I may even respond to this guy called Maximilian Robespierre on the windfall tax. Okay, let's see. Okay. I think I respond. Yeah, I responded to this video. Like, so this isn't even on like the same topic. And what else? I may. All right, and now the video after that, I was hoping to do a like stock buyback like video, but let's see. I may instead do a video on how the 1960s riots affected like Black American workers. But yeah, I guess that's some. Oh wait, actually, maybe yeah. I guess that's some stuff that I'm working on. Uh, yeah, but like I guess thanks for like coming, everyone. Like whoever's been watching, and yeah, I guess thanks for watching, and see you later. And please feel free to subscribe and like this stream. Bye.